Up. Recording started. Dun 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 dun. So there you go.
Hi.
Hey, Facebook Live. Yeah. So there you go. Up and running. 17 seconds.
Did you know that this is the first I've appeared on Facebook in like years?
Oh, really?
I do not do Facebook at all. See, it's weird because I should be trying to get myself out there and like promote myself and all that, but I don't know, like Facebook irks me in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like the thing that I should like about Facebook is the thing that I hate about Facebook, and that's the fact that everyone is on it, like literally everyone, and it creates all these like weird. Like, for instance, I told this story before, but I was dating a girl, and she saw that I had liked a picture of another female friend of mine.
Yeah.
And we had a fight about that. And I was like, I can't live my life like this. So I don't know, I relegated myself to Twitter and Instagram and shit like that.
I can understand that, man. I can think of several of those stories, good reasons to get off Facebook, because some of the drama can get real weird.
Oh yeah,
weird.
Like family drama. I've been through that. Not personal. I was in the family that there was drama going on Facebook, and I was just like, this is
it's too much.
Yeah, not saying that some people shouldn't be on Facebook, but it's just weird to me that I can post something on Facebook and my aunt knows about it, and then she will tell my grandmother, who is not on any sort of anything, but just like that shouldn't exist in the real world. Like I shouldn't say something like, I don't know, I like to lick nipples on Facebook, and then like I go to my Christmas family gathering and they're talking to me about it. Like that was for the internet. Like this no. So I can't. So hi Facebook for the first time in years.
Now I feel like I kind of sprung that on you.
No, it's cool. Like no, this isn't going on my account, which doesn't exist. I don't know. It might. I don't know.
So if I tag you, who's got? You don't even have control of your Facebook account.
There's no Facebook account.
Listen to me,
it's
like
gone.
being all. You don't have a Facebook account.
Yeah, I get this all the time. Like whenever like a newer comedian or whatever comes through town, or like not a newer but like out of town comedian, they'll be like, "Oh, let me add you on Facebook," and I'm like, "No."
I'm a little jealous, to be honest. Like,
well, it kind of cripples me in that regard, like networking wise. But I mean, I'll care when I have to care. I'll say that.
Well, Twitter is definitely the alternative, and that's something that I know nothing about.
Twitter is my home.
Yeah.
It's my home base. That's where all my thoughts go.
Well, and you guys have a podcast, and Bill do, that's Twitter based. Tell me about Twitter and how your podcast got started, and then tell me about how great it's going to be when you make me Twitter famous.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I'm totally Twitter famous. Absolutely, yeah. But, so I like Twitter, for the reasons that I don't or left Facebook, because, like, it's this community of mostly people that I don't know. Mm-hmm. Like, I started off streaming on Twitch, which is, like, I was doing gaming. This is before I started doing stand-up and all that. And those people that I wanted to communicate with with the stream and all that, I would say, hey, just follow me on Twitter, and I started a Twitter account, and and like the ball kind of started rolling with that. Mm-hmm. I started like getting new fans and followers and all that, and we just had like a Twitter community that we would work with, and I started doing stand up, and I started meeting all the other comedians and all that, and some of them had Twitter, so we do that, and as far as the podcast is concerned, me and Bill started noticing that things happen on Twitter, and like there are things that exist on Twitter that are so Twitter-centric that you couldn't, like, it would be hard to explain it like in another context. So we started a podcast called Twitter Sitters that was basically, the gist of it is we take one Twitter account per episode and just like go down their timeline and just give our thoughts or whatever, make fun of whatever we should want to do on their Twitter account. But I'm working on an episode now where we just look at the current events, like things that are going on. Like, have you ever heard of Black Twitter?
No.
Okay.
Do tell.
Check this out. So in the African American Twitter community, they're like, it's collectively known as Black Twitter. But when something happens, like in pop culture, like someone does something like stupid or like racist, there's like a sect of Twitter accounts that will just, in the most vicious and hilarious way you have ever seen in your life, just rip them to shreds. And like they use like the best memes you've ever seen, like the biggest vocabulary. Like it's incredible. Like, I've never seen anything. I live in fear of being targeted by Black Twitter, because should that happen to me, like they have like a fascination with making someone lose their job. So
really?
Yeah, it's bad. Like if you, I don't know, like have a racist rant on, let's say, Snapchat, which is something else I can't get into, they will find that and post it and figure out where you work. Nice. And tell your employer and make sure like everyone knows that this person that said this works here for this person, and like encourage the person or your employer to not want to associate with you. And it is divine. Like I live in fear of it, but like I will watch the shit out of it. Like I love it.
Now, are they do they make valid points, or are they just bullies?
A little of both.
Okay.
A little of both, to be honest. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of little both, but I think there should always be a little of both. It's a better alternative to either or. I think in most cases.
I think it's unfair to call them like just bullies, because it's almost like it's like the Punisher, kind of like that. Like they feel what you've done should not be ignored.
Yeah.
But they will go way overboard in punishing you for it. So like you kind of deserved it, but you maybe didn't deserve
all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
See, and the reason I ask is because sometimes I feel like maybe I've crossed the line and am being a bully online. I'm hyper. I don't know. I try to be hypercritical of myself.
Yeah.
To make sure I know what's going out, and so sometimes I feel like I'm being a bully, but sometimes the situation calls for it, I think. Or at least in my judgment it does. Not to say my judgment's always right.
I think it's important well, I guess if someone's not going to be as self-aware, I think it's important for outside entities to let a person know. Maybe I don't know, a friend or something, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't say that. And if like you don't heed that advice, if you're not like, then in that case, fuck it. Like you're out there, like you said it, and you're gonna stand by it.
Enjoy that limb.
Yeah, it's the court of social like public opinion, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's God, I'm going all over the place.
That's okay. It's good.
You know how people say there's freedom of speech?
Yeah.
Therefore, like, I should be able to say whatever I want, which is true. You should be able to say whatever you want. But at the same time, like, that freedom of speech doesn't equal freedom from consequences.
Exactly.
Like, people can still feel however they want about the thing that you said.
Right.
And, I don't know, people are like, well, it's censorship. It's silencing me. And it's not like the government is coming in and saying, like, you can't say this. It's the court of public opinion. Like, we have a society, and we have decided these things are not okay.
Right.
And you are outside of it, and we're going to smack the shit out of you because of it. So, yeah, that's where I am on it.
Which I enjoy that. I don't know if... obviously, I don't know enough, because I'm not as terrified of Black Twitter as you are.
Oh, I'm deathly afraid of Black. We go over this in one of our episodes, but we would like to do an episode about Black Twitter, but
you dare not speak their name.
That, and you don't know who Black Twitter is. Like, you don't know, like, because if I could, I would find all the accounts that are considered Black Twitter and just follow them, just so that I could see the shit going on.
Yeah.
But I only see the things that happen on Black Twitter because they show up like, oh my God, did you see this that happened a week ago? Like, I don't, like, I
the
never.
Aftermath.
Yeah, I could never, like, see it as it's going on. So, man. I don't know. it would feel, I don't know, it would be kind of weird for people to like have tags that say they're part of Black Twitter. I think that defeats the purpose, but I don't know. I think Black Twitter could just come out of any black person can end up being Black Twitter. So it's
interesting.
It's odd.
It's interesting. The NAACP comes to mind, and I've been watching Battlestar Galactica, so somehow in my mind I came up with this reference of this secret council that gets together, and this is like the social justice, the court of public opinion version of the NAACP somehow.
Yeah, except it's not like
legitimate at all.
There's no like governing of it. Like there's
no vetting process.
There's no select people. Like this person is Black Twitter, and like this is the count. Like these are Black. Like it's any tweet that catches on can become like, okay, that was part of Black Twitter. Like you don't know like who it is.
Well, thanks for giving me something else to be terrified of.
I mean, it's like how people like defend stop and frisk or whatever. It's like, well, if you don't have anything to hide, you shouldn't be afraid.
No,
yeah, exactly.
That's like my fucking rights. Like, no, not okay. Now I'm fascinated. I want to go look up all these Black Twitter accounts.
See, I would too if I knew who they were.
No, I'm very curious. But like I said, I don't know shit about Twitter, so this is something you'll have to educate me on.
But you're on Twitter now, and
I'm slowly.
You're getting the lay of the land.
Yeah.
I see you out there tweeting.
It's like yelling in a dark room.
It is, isn't it? It's great. I love it. I mean, I don't even have 100 followers yet, and that's like that's why I love it, because I know that I can say whatever bullshit I want to say, and my mom's not gonna know about it, or like my close friends are not gonna know about it, because like none of my close friends are on Twitter except Bill and like other comedians and stuff, and they're comedians, like they understand, so. I don't know. That's why it's a different environment than say a Facebook.
Yeah.
Where it's very, I guess it can be very like suit and tie. Like you don't want to say anything that hasn't changed since I've been there.
Well, Facebook's a different experience for me. I'm an outspoken. I don't know. I don't have any problem arguing with people on Facebook. So it's a different.
Do you argue with people
world.
on Facebook?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
It gets yeah.
What was your worst one?
Well, let's go with the one that's going on right now.
Oh yeah, okay. So I could like just stop this recording and get on your Facebook and see it right now.
Oh yeah, one post, 700 comments.
Wow, what's going on?
Mainly 3 or 4 people that needed some reiteration. But every once in a while I post, like the whole concept behind truth, love, and peace, that's out of my personal philosophy.
Yeah. So
I post shit in the vein of ethics, morals, and, don't be greedy, don't be a liar. And so I posted a don't be a liar piece that highlights the president's hypocrisy and
that's where,
all the
that's
falsehoods.
Where he got him.
Yeah.
That's where
and
he
so
got it.
People came out and wanted to talk about it, and myself and some other people that are on my page are we're not dummies. And I don't think anybody's a dummy for the most part, unless somebody proves me wrong. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until, and that's one of my shortfalls.
You're not going to assume someone is a dummy,
right?
Yeah, there's dummies out there,
right?
They live like they're around.
Yeah, and I was just talking to Ryan Pfeiffer yesterday about how some of these people, there are less of them now, but they come out in defense of some really horrible positions, and it makes me wonder, man. It makes me question a ton of shit. And I know this is diving off the deep end from where we just were, but it all ties together somehow in my head.
It does not have to tie together at all. You're in charge here.
But I enjoy the debate. I think it's important to debate and argue. And sometimes, for me, social media is a bit of an experiment. Some days I like just tossing this out there and seeing what other people think of it. Some days I get involved. Some days I don't. Some days people yell at each other and make horrible threats and all kinds of stuff. And it gets weird. It gets weird on my page.
Do you ever feel the obligation to educate people or change their minds about things?
Sometimes.
Yeah. That is that's
the
where
biggest waste of time ever.
That's where I fall short. No, like, because I mean, it would be great if we could have like civil debates and like we could reach a consensus and be like, this is what we found, like, yay, and confetti goes up in the air. But what I find is, say, for instance, back when I used to argue about politics and religion at work, which is the worst thing, don't ever do that. It's the worst thing you could ever do. But I would find that we would be in an argument and we would like boil things down to the core disagreement.
Yeah.
Like, I will never change your mind on this and you will never change my mind on this. And like, we're just going to keep butting heads forever about this. Yeah. And I find once I'm in an argument with somebody and we find the core disagreement, then we're done. Like, that's the issue is that we are unmovable on this topic.
Right.
And there's no reason for us to talk about it anymore. So I just give up.
So there's your stalemate.
Yeah.
We go our separate ways.
Like, if I'm arguing about the Civil War and I can't move someone on the... Like, if they keep telling me that the Civil War was about states' rights, and I'm like, you are wrong. You are wrong. And we'll never agree on that. Yeah. So I'm like, let's just make these sandwiches, dude. Let's stop. Like, it's never gonna...
Make some sandwiches and move on.
Yeah.
I argue on a couple of different levels in a couple of different instances. You know, sometimes it's not even about changing somebody's mind. It's just about presenting so much evidence that person is gonna embarrass themselves. I ran into this the other day. From an educational standpoint, I know that I'm not going to convince somebody on their worldview. Like that takes a lot of time. But if I can dump enough information on somebody that they're so overwhelmed that by the time months and years go by, I'm the asshole that they genuflect on and go, son of a bitch, he was right.
Yeah.
Like some days that's what the argument's about for me.
Does that ever happen though? Do you ever have someone come around? Mm-hmm. Wow. Like you have a higher success rate. If you have one person, you have a higher success rate than I ever had. That's incredible.
Well, I try and be an educator, and so I don't ever try and be uber assholish off the get-go. You know, I do follow the Dalai Lama, and love and peace is a big part of my message, but I'm not afraid to argue with somebody, and I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty, but I don't try and take it to that level immediately.
I only take it to that level when I feel like the argument has become personal.
Yeah.
When it feels like we're not arguing about a topic or like an idea anymore. You are now personally attacking me, and that's when I'm like, oh, all right, gloves off.
Oh, and
like,
I get so
you motherfucker. Like,
man, I had a guy insult my parents one time, and
that's
like
completely uncalled for.
Yeah, I was like, what is your problem, dude? But yeah, I don't know. I guess the way to link that back together is my Twitter account goes to both of my Facebook pages.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of things that are interconnected here. And from the Facebook standpoint, you know, trying to educate people and then talking about why people talk past each other and getting back to that we disagree on this core thing. Some of the best conversations that I've seen just on my page, people start out arguing about something, and then they talk it through, and it's kind of where we're at as a country. We've elected this president, where everybody's just tired of arguing. It's like, oh shit, where everybody's tired of it, and so we're starting to see these give and takes a little bit. Like, I kind of see what you're saying,
dude. Compton. All right.
Tell me what it looks like from your end.
No, like you mentioned the presidency and things of that nature.
All kinds of stuff. Pick whichever one you want. Talk about it.
That specifically. I saw an article on Twitter that said, is the president racist? Like, it's like we're sending that, like, this question out. And I was like, why are we still asking this question?
Right.
Like, this is, we quote unquote, we knew the president was racist years ago. Like, we knew this before we even, like, thought he might run for president. Like, we have evidence of this from decades ago. This is not, or this is a waste of bandwidth. Are you serious? Why are we still having that conversation? Like, that infuriated me when I saw that shit. I don't know, and we're having an argument, like, maybe he might not be, maybe he is. Like, this is not opinion-based. Like, we have facts. Like, we have... I don't know. I was screaming internally when I saw that. So, maybe certain conversations I shouldn't be a part of, because I will just go in guns blazing already at 10. And, yeah, I just try to keep myself away from that.
I don't at all. I got no problem popping right in the middle of that nonsense.
Yeah, because it seems like you have a lot more, patience than I do, or
some days,
or will to continue. I don't have that.
I like arguing. That's what it comes down to. It's something it's a skill for me. Like, and understanding all the sides of an argument, trying to gather multiple perspectives, just so understanding the way that an argument can unfold and what the greater points are. Because I think my version of truth is that all the little lowercase t truths that surround a capital T truth are all important, and you have to know all of them to know. You got to know all the little T's to know the big T's. And not that you could ever do that, but that's the goal. That's the effort, is to try and do that. So some days I get engaged in debates and arguments just to find out what's going on in somebody else's head. Like, how can you believe that?
Yeah.
Like, where does that come from? Like, how did it...
But see, that's the difference between you and I, is I will stop right there and just go, how can this asshole believe this? And just cut off right there. Like, if you believe this, I have, like, we can't go anywhere. Like, if you think it's okay for a cop to shoot a 12-year-old kid, we can't have a conversation.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would be more like, okay, what is your side? When I'm just not at all interested in hearing that. I'm not interested in hearing the justification for that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe I should.
Well, it's like you were saying, if you're not trying to move people, or if you understand once you get down to the root of an issue that you're not going to change somebody's mind, then that's kind of the end of the experiment. The only last question, if you want to go ring around the rosy, ask somebody, well, what would it take to change your mind? And then see the can of worms that opens up.
Yeah, because I remember, this was years ago, but I guess I came out as an atheist, I guess you could say, because I come from a really, very strong religious family.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, I guess when I was about 21 or 22, I'd felt this way for years before that, but around then is when, I don't know, I wasn't as, I guess, I was way more defiant back then. Like, I didn't mind going to a family get-together and just fucking things up. So, I was on this whole thing about how, like, they were talking about going to church, and I was like, oh, I'm not going. I'm like, well, why not? It's like, because I don't believe in God. And we had this, whole argument about it. Yeah. And my mom pulled me to the side, or she didn't act like we have to go to the other room, but there was a moment where it was just me and my mom in the room, and she was like, what happened? Like, what would it take for you to believe again? And I was like, there's so many things would have to happen. Like, the world, literally, the book of Revelations would have to happen in front of my face in order for me to believe. Like, you don't want the things to happen that it would take for me to believe. So basically my answer is nothing you want, I'll say that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's always a good follow-up question though. What would it take?
Because it makes you think. I would like to ask a strong Trump supporter what it would take for them to believe the things that we believe about him. I'd like to know what the answer is. The piss tape, maybe? I don't know. the piss tape of myth.
Well, one of the arguments that I've seen lately is that that my buddy tossed out was he would. It comes down to Trump's campaign promises. They don't care about his character. They don't care about his honesty. They don't care about anything of that. They're more concerned about these campaign promises, which gets into some interesting stuff. Not that we have to answer that for those folks, but that's what that's the answer that I've been given by a few people. Is
promises like what, the wall?
Yeah, like the wall and the taxes and the Hillary in jail and the all kinds of fun stuff.
Did you hear what?
Go ahead. Did I hear?
Did you hear a long time ago? I still have I haven't streamed in forever, but some of my Twitch followers still talk about this shit. Did you hear the thing about Pizzagate?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Oh my god!
Not firsthand, but
no, you weren't.
I wasn't there.
You were down in the basement. Oh my god! I'm so done hearing about Pizzagate. Like, they still talk about this shit. Like, man,
Alex Jones just can't let it go.
Well, it's not like Alex Jones is in my Twitter mentions or anything, but like, I still have followers that just can't, like, they're like, no, like, we have to get her for this, and I'm like,
I can help with this.
What evidence have you? I'm sorry.
So what you need to do is, are you familiar with David Wilcock?
No.
Okay, David Wilcock is the one of the guys from Ancient Aliens, not the guy with the cool spiky hair.
Okay.
The guy with the blonde hair and the pointy nose.
Ah, yes.
And the effeminate voice. That guy, the not so fun one.
All right.
He's a turnoff. That's why I bring it up. So what you want to do is you want to take all these folks that think Pizzagate is a thing, and you need to turn them on to David Wilcock, because David Wilcock thinks that the aliens are behind Pizzagate.
Oh.
And that the aliens are the overlords for Hillary and the Democrats, and that's why Pizzagate is still a rap.
I see what you're going with.
Yeah.
Because one of this kind of relates, but I'm sorry. What I like to do, like when someone tells a racist joke, is I like to like pretend like I don't get it. And make them explain it to me, and like make them hear themselves say it out loud.
Exactly.
And then it's basically like that. Like it's like things will exist in your head, but then when you say them out loud or hear someone else say them, it's like, oh wow, this is completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So okay, I get it.
Back that. Did I say?
Oh no!
It was really funny in my head, man. I promise. Not a Mitch Hedberg joke. It's like go inside my head.
It's funny. Trust me.
Oh man.
It's weird being out here on the internet, trying to change people's minds. But
there's not a lot of mind changing. I think, and that's why a lot of it is just practice for me. Like you said, saying something out loud gives you a good feel for its veracity, its validity.
Yeah, and it keeps me grounded.
Yeah,
it's like sometimes I'll just talk to myself. People will be like, "Who are you talking to?" Like myself. As long as you don't answer yourself, like, no, I do. I need to
regularly.
I need expert advice. So I don't know, like relationships and like romance and stuff. It helps for me to like say, not around people, but like just say my feelings out loud.
Yeah.
Like if I find that I'm being jealous or like overly, possessive or whatever, when I say the thing that is worrying me out loud, I will be like, oh, you're being an asshole. Oh, okay, cool. So it keeps me like grounded.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I do some meditation techniques for that. And you're right, talking out loud is good. That's one of the reasons that I enjoy having these conversations with people. It's one of the ways that I make sure I'm not fucking crazy.
Nah,
too crazy.
Check this out. So I got blackout drunk one time because I do anytime.
Just once?
No, I've been blackout drunk far more times than I probably should have. But there was this one specific time when I shouldn't have done this, but I got on Twitter when I was blackout drunk, which I could have done or said anything, so that was already dangerous. I should like lock my phone somehow or something, but I didn't. And I said, if I could, this is a tweet when I was drunk, and I said, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. You should delete this because this is wrong and this is disrespectful. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? No, you should keep it. You feel this way. And then we discussed it on Twitter Sitters, and I tried to justify it. And while I was talking, I was like, Ryan, no, this is not going to go over well.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was bad. That episode still exists. Like, we didn't edit that out or anything.
Good.
So, Oh well.
Good.
It's controversial.
Controversy is good though. It keeps people on their toes.
It can be.
Oh, it can be horrible. It can be horrible.
It could be the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
That's freaking hilarious.
What's his name? Jake Paul. That dude. Do you know about Jake Paul?
No.
Okay, so like Twitter, there's YouTube, and there's this whole community on YouTube, and like all these people becoming basically celebrities off YouTube. And there's a guy named Jake Paul. He has a brother named Logan Paul. They're both,
I've heard that name recently.
Okay, yeah. It's one of those guys. Okay. I think Logan Paul is actually the one that I'm thinking of.
The Suicide Forest?
Yes.
Yep, I'm hip.
Whichever one of them did that.
That was Logan.
He was riding high, like one of the most popular people on YouTube, and then he does that, and it's like, pew!
Yeah, didn't think it through. But there's the difference between tossing a joke out on Twitter and doing what he did. Like, he edited a video that had a dead person in it.
And it wasn't even that it had a dead person in it. It had a dead person in it, and you're also making light of the fact that this person killed themselves, and like zooming in on it and like making silly faces and junk. Like that's on another level.
It's really bad. Really, really bad.
I don't know. It's not the first time. No, I'll say it's the first time they've done something like that, but it's not the first time they've done something that had people like, what the fuck? So
I remember watching the fallout from that and people saying that the people that were coming to defend him, just kids.
Yeah,
these kids that didn't have an argument to put forward. That just, I think blah blah blah.
He's so high.
You're a teenager.
Yeah,
you've contributed nothing to the world. You know nothing.
Here's where I am on that. A lot of the kids that defend them, they're like, I don't know, 11, maybe even younger, 10 to like 14, 16 maybe. That's like middle school, early high school age right there. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing about that age and like people in that age range is that they have the intelligence and vocabulary to hurt someone, but they haven't grown the empathy to really like internalize like what they're doing or like what they're doing with their words. So it's an interesting like marriage of heartlessness where they don't like give a fuck yet. Right. So I'm just waiting for them to grow up or like wait a few years and then look back on the things that they said and did. Because the internet, like it's there, like it's there forever now.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah, no, my LiveJournal is gone. Ooh. Were you ever on LiveJournal?
No.
Oh God. No. So there was a thing called, before I was ever on MySpace, which is like the quote unquote first social network.
Yeah.
There was a thing called LiveJournal. It was basically like a diary, but people could follow it and like you could follow theirs, and it was just a big community. And it was basically just a place you could go tell all your business and like all your thoughts, and people could read it and all that. And like I deleted that shit as soon as when you go back and read that shit, it's like, man, like I was a real person, like I existed and thought this, like I told other people I thought this, like this is insane. So I deleted it. It's gone. And I don't know. I think it's different. Like I guess if you posted the YouTube video, you could delete it, but I mean that doesn't mean somebody else didn't capture it or download it and repost it. You have no control over that. So
I guess I've tossed a few things out there that were regrettable. Nothing real heinous, just stupid. So I can empathize with that a little bit.
I thought, no, I did do this. No, this happened. There was a period of my time where anything that would go up my nose, I would snort it. Like literally any drug that was snortable, I would snort it. And I remember there was a picture of me from like a party, and it was like me and my friends, and we're all like smiling, and you could still see like white around my nose. And this went on Facebook, and it was there for like a couple of days until I saw a comment that was like, "Hey, Ryan, there's something in your nose." So yeah, I could just imagine like if I got popular or whatever, or like worldwide fame, and then that picture showed up again. It's like, Ryan was a drug addict. and like what that would do. So I don't know. I feel lucky that I'm kind of in the in between where I had a life that was before everything was on the internet. So I don't know. God bless all you people that have to grow up with your whole lives on display, because holy shit,
constantly being taped.
Yeah, like I think about my niece, like her entire life, like from birth to wherever she will end up, is gonna be like, documented on the internet. So she'll be able to, like, when she's 30, be able to go look. This is my baby picture from 1 day, from 2 days, 3 days. Like, all of it is there. So, good luck.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's really, really crazy to think that you're not even gonna need somebody to go into your head and pull out all these memories. Like, they're just right freaking there, man.
Like, so therapist,
right there.
If you have internet access, like, you can. I don't even have to tell you anything. You could just look at my entire life.
It's gonna be so easy.
Yeah, it's just documented right there. Well, there's an upside, I guess.
Yeah,
cool. I don't remember how we got on this.
Psychiatrists talking about mental health issues. Just be like, okay, well, we'll just start here and work their way through it. It'll be nice and convenient instead of having to ask so many fucking questions.
I see you've tweeted this rant about your father. Let's go. Let's start there.
We think this might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how we got on that either. So that's
the internet in general.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, you know, the fat white girl thing.
Oh yeah, that's how it happened. The fat white girl thing.
Too funny.
I'm sorry, fat white girls. I don't mean.
They got a line in a song. They'll be fine.
That was, I don't know. Part of my justification was that there are stereotypes about black people that I don't care about perpetuating. Like, I love fried chicken. Like, I like gun sounds in my, rap music and all that. Like, I don't care about any of that. But the one that I do care about is, like, black people love fat white girls. And I was like, you will never in your life see, like, I hate that so much. And then, I don't know, it took, I don't know, looking within myself or saying it out loud. I was like, well, Ryan, why do you hate that so much? What's your issue with that? And I don't know, it made me feel weird. So,
I didn't like sitting next to that one.
Huh?
Didn't like sitting next to that one.
No, yeah, I was like, ugh, this is the hill you're going to die on, Ryan? This is it? All right, cool. So, I don't know. That's part of why I love doing stand-up, because sometimes I'll write a joke and then hear myself say it, and it's like, man, you really feel that way, don't you? This isn't a joke at all, is it?
That's just the truth.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't think I even mentioned we are sitting in the Blind Mule.
Oh yeah, this is our home away from home.
For those of you on YouTube, you can see it. There's a little stage back there in the back, and I don't know if you can hear it on the audio, but I got to talk about it, man, because it's messing me up. But you can probably hear the air conditioning unit. The air conditioning unit vibrates the building in here.
Oh yeah.
Ryan and I were talking about this, and it's messing with my shit, man. Like, does it drive you nuts?
Your aura. Like, I don't. Yeah, we were talking about. We mentioned that. I don't notice it. Like, I'll notice it when I first walk in, but it's almost like looking at your nose. Just like edit it out. Like, if something is going on for long enough, I just stop noticing that it's there. So it doesn't really like bother me. Like, I guess it bothers you.
I feel like I'm in a rock tumbler.
Oh
like,
God,
it's driving me insane. It's driving me insane. But I think that's my OCD. Like, on the spectrum, that's kind of where I fall. I'm hyper aware of my senses, just because I spent a lot of time meditating younger, and martial arts and all that stuff led me to. I can't tune it out. That's what I'm aware of it, and so now I'm aware of it. I can't let it go, and just
like Superman when he first started like discovering his powers.
Yeah,
he can't
turn it off.
Like, I can hear you fucking whispering. Yeah, and it's like 3 rooms away.
Yeah, exactly. And the TV that's on, but nothing on the screen. Can you hear that?
Yes. All right. So it's weird that you mentioned that, because I thought I was the only person that ever, like, I thought I had some like weird X-Man power or something. If I'm in a house And anywhere in that house, it could be on a second floor, like across the room. If someone turns on a TV, I can hear it. Like, it doesn't, like, not the volume of the TV or anything, but just like the ding and like a little bit of static. I can hear that shit. And I don't know. Like, I always used to point it out, but people started thinking I was weird, so I just stopped.
No, you're not weird. You just hear well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it actually emits a really high in frequency. But, you know, they did studies when they first released televisions that, and even in the patents, they talk about the technology of just a strobe light hypnotizing people and making people lazy and lethargic. And yeah, it's not even, like, they called it a boob tube for a reason, like, based on the science. It dumbs people down. It's an idiot box. Like,
wow, this
scientifically
is news to me.
speaking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because I heard, like, I guess it's a rumor or a theory. I don't know if this really happens, but I heard that in casinos, they pump, like, pure oxygen through the...
we used to work in a casino, so I can answer that for you.
Okay.
It's not... Some casinos, once upon a time, supposedly did that for health reasons, but what most people, I think, notice is the really high-grade filtration systems, air filtration systems, which, I don't know if you remember Ionic Breeze and stuff like that, but those ozone producers to help scrub oxygen scrubbers that pump ozone into the air, that smells like oxygen to some people. And so I think that's what people got thrown off by. But as far as pumping oxygen, you know, we didn't have oxygen tanks that we were pumping into the filtration system. At least not that anyone, you know, and
that you were privy to.
Yeah, and I was I was a PD exec, so I had my hung out with the Indiana Gaming Commission, and those were the folks in charge. So they're the state troopers that run they have the final say on the boat. They're the top dogs.
I always heard that they pump oxygen through the AC to, like, keep you in a better mood, so that, like, when you go to the casino, like, you're, you know,
euphoric.
Yeah, and you spend that money.
They used to. Yeah,
really?
back in Vegas.
Does it have that effect though?
Oh yeah. There's a really funny.
What up, Bill?
What up, Bill?
How's it going?
You can come join us. Grab a chair.
Hurry the fuck up. No, don't get a chair that's, like, higher than the rest of us. Like, you're more important or some shit.
It's a chair.
There's chairs
all over.
Grab one of those.
Get that chair. Yeah.
Get that chair.
Get this chair.
Yeah, sit right there.
You'll see how I treat Bill.
Get chair, dog.
Well,
treat me like a...
What kind of doing?
I know what I'm doing.
So, welcome to Truth, Love, and Peace, Bill.
Hello.
Bill.
Hey,
Tell me your last name again.
Goodman.
Yeah. Okay. Bill Goodman. That's Bill. And that's YouTube and Facebook. And this is SoundCloud.
Perfect.
We are known collectively as the Easy Bake Oven Boys.
Yeah. Where in the hell did that come from?
Dude, you want to tell the story?
We have a sordid history with being denied certain things because we were boys and we're very bitter about it. That's what I'm gonna get you for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you an Easy
Oh
Bake
my
Oven.
god! I'm legitimately, like, excited about this.
I'm gonna get decals on it and everything like that.
Yeah, basically we discovered in conversation that we had both in our youth asked our moms for Easy Bake Ovens, and they both said no because they didn't want us to turn out gay. So, and we were like we held on to that for our entire lives.
Like, my parents made me play Little League because they were like, he won't be gay if he plays a Little League.
Not at all. It's
surrounded.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, we can't afford Pray Away the Gay Camp, but Little League, that'll do it. Little League.
I mean, those electrodes cost money. The power bill goes up, and it's a whole ordeal.
Such a waste.
Oh well.
Is that Zeke creeping up the music back there? DJing for us? No, Zeke's not here.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
we miss you, Zeke.
Truck. I don't know who's doing what, to be honest. I don't even know if comedy's happening.
Is it not really?
I said I don't know.
It is. For sure it is.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, we're here.
We're here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Chloe said somebody's coming. So,
okay.
Is it Chloe?
Cleo.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, shit. She's never going to let me live that down. My apologies, Cleo.
Sorry.
Cleo, you're great.
So sorry.
When she says someone's coming, like, what is that?
She
like
makes me coffee. I don't know. I trust her. She said someone was going to be here instead of Zeke to...
Oh, someone's already here, I think. Yeah.
They put the music on. We got a DJ back there. Hey, 2 viewers on Facebook. Thanks for joining us.
I hope you don't get, like, content ID or anything for the music in the background.
Yeah, we probably will. Can you have somebody turn that off real quick, Bill? Who is that?
This is a lot of work. I just looked up here, and do you actually want me to get them to turn it off?
It'll probably be faint enough. I'll ask him real quick.
Excuse me. This is our podcast now.
Can you turn the volume down on the music just a touch?
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No,
apologies.
So we'll send this to iTunes and see what happens with it. I don't know.
All right,
I'd be cool with it. Apple or
well, and it's background noise, so as long as it's not the focus or the topic of conversation,
that's right.
It's usually pretty chill. YouTube is actually tougher than iTunes on some of that stuff.
Yeah, we made a short film, and we got flagged for a Japanese city pop song from the 80s.
We got flagged for
Really?
that?
Yeah, we definitely got flagged for that.
God damn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Rainbow Goblins, apparently. I thought we could get by with it. No one knows about
Not
this.
so much.
Nah, dude, they got you.
Well, I don't have any problems giving people credit. You know, I used to work with a lot of musicians, so I'm okay with that. We one time we got flagged real bad when we were doing Perdido Key Pirate Radio. We had a guy playing one of his originals, and then his people came back and the people that he pays, ASCAP and all that good stuff, like most musicians do, found it and came back and they're like, "Do you have permission?" And we're like, "Oh, look at this automated crap." It's like, "Yes, we have permission. That's the guy who wrote it and is singing it." We're like, "Of course we have permission."
Turns out Sony owns it somehow.
Yeah, and you're like, "Come on now." Killing me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like permission should be given where credit should be given where...
Yeah, but I mean, when you have the original artist of the song, that's the permission.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, definitely. But people forget that sometimes. Well, and it's algorithms. You know, it's computers trying to do stuff. Which I just got done watching AlphaGo today. I don't know if you guys get into AI at all.
What's that?
AlphaGo is a movie about this Google's deep brain AI that
really
beat a Go player 4 out of 5 games, which is unheard of.
Yeah, Go is like a Japanese shit.
Yes, this is the hardest board game known to humans.
Okay.
This guy got owned.
I've read the rules and I don't quite get it.
My cousin plays, and after watching it, I kind of want to get into it. It looks like a lot of fun.
Okay.
I play a lot of chess, but it's a whole other monster.
I'm into a different type of board game.
Yeah, what's that?
Secret Hitler.
Secret Hitler.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Secret Hitler?
No.
Okay. So, it's kind of complicated, but the gist of it is there's 2 teams. There's fascists and liberals.
Yeah.
Not what you actually believe in your heart, but you are assigned to a team. And is to get all of their policies passed or to kill Hitler. The goal of the fascists is to get all of their policies passed or get Hitler elected as the chancellor.
Yeah.
Now, no one knows who each other are except for some people. That's it depends on how many people are there. But I love this game because it reveals your close friend's ability to look you in the face and just lie to you it is great. Anytime I get a group of friends and we start playing, I have to give a speech okay, we're all friends.
Like a fascist would.
Yeah, shut up. We all trust each other. After we get done playing, none of that is going to change, okay? Now, let's start deceiving each other. If you ever have a chance to play, you should play it. It's fucking great. I love it. Oh no, is the phone going to survive?
It said it's down to 10% battery. I think that thing may not be on or plugged in.
That's a lot of things in here do not work.
Wow.
That's okay.
Half the mics don't work.
That's all right. We can figure that out.
We're trying our best.
Yeah.
I think we need more games that show people how easy it is to get lied to, so they don't feel bad about losing political debates.
Oh, that's quite a few of those.
Have you ever seen?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, we're doing a podcast. Truth, love, and peace, man. It's going all right. That's quite all right. Well, we should probably wrap this up and start heading toward. We've been at this for almost an hour now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
50
man,
minutes.
that went by.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
It's fun, man. Thank you so much for being here,
Oh, likewise.
Ryan Adams, and thank you so much for joining us, Bill Goodman. Goodman, not
Yeah.
I don't know where the
That's
No,
the
is.
past participle of Goodman.
There's a word I haven't heard in years.
Good, I don't know. I wanted you to be a mound, I guess. Good mound. I don't know. Anyway,
Predicate.
good Bill Goodman. Before we get out of here, or before we turn all this off, the appropriate plugs. We are at the Blind Mule in Mobile, Alabama, for open mic, which happens every Wednesday night.
Yes.
Sign-ups are at
It's 8:30 or 8 or 8:30.
8.
8.
Supposed to be an 8.
What else do we need to plug? Tell us about the podcast too, and where to find it, and Twitter handles, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we do the podcast called Twitter Sitters, where we essentially review Twitter accounts. That's what we do, and we end up talking about ourselves a lot. You can find that's hosted on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. You can get it at the website. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram with Twitter Sitters, but with the 3s for E's.
Because it turns out you cannot have Twitter in the name of your Twitter account.
Bunk.
Yeah,
What?
it's stupid.
Fascist. I don't know.
Yeah. We're on Instagram at the same name, and if you have a Twitter account you want us to look at, you can hit us up on either of those or email us at twittersitterspod@gmail.com.
Yep.
Our personal accounts, I'm at Ron Truth Mexico, RONTRUTHMEXICO on Twitter and Instagram.
I am at Bill So Bill. That's my name twice with a so between them.
Okay.
Dope.
Yep.
Anything else? Whatever Comedy Mobile. Check that page out. That's where I think does Alfred post those?
Alfred
Somebody does.
and Ryan.
And
John.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan
They're,
Jen.
they're the main ones who administrate that.
Is there anybody else we have left out?
You.
Me?
Where do we find you?
Oh, yeah. Well, truthloveandpeace.com. That's all connected to iTunes. Truth, Love, and Peace is the podcast. Truth, Love, and Peace will get you to my Facebook pages. And on Twitter, thank you, Carson.
Yeah.
At Kilt Chamberlain.
Kilt Chamberlain,
This is a
dude.
good name.
Which
Yes.
means when we get back to episode 2, we will be discussing ways that I cannot suck at Twitter. Sound good? Is that a promise? We'll call it a date. Thank you
All
again
right.
so much.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you very much.
Thank you.
Ladles and Jelly Spoons, it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
Facebook, Peace, YouTube.